Now they are the two folds, anterior malleolar fold, posterior malleolar fold. There is an impression. There is an impression of the handle of malleolus. There is a line. There is a line of. There is a line of handle of malleolus. Line of handle of malleolus. Handle of malleolus. It is the outer surface. I am speaking about the outer surface. In the outer surface, the superior surface is deficient. In the outer surface, superior surface is deficient, and there are the two bands. Two bands will form the two folds. Anterior malleolar fold, posterior malleolar fold, and there is an impression of handle of malleolus. It is regarding the anterior or outer surface. Outer surface has the two folds, anterior fold and posterior fold, and there is a tympanic notch. The deficient is fixed. Deficient part is occupied by the tympanic notch, and there is an impression of handle of malleolus. It is regarding the outer surface. It is regarding the outer surface. Now we will switch on to the posterior surface or inner surface. Inner surface of the tympanic membrane. We will go to the inner surface of the tympanic membrane. Here, the tympanic membrane it is the schematic diagram of the tympanic membrane. There is a that is the tympanic membrane. There is the two important things you are getting here. That is the incus, a malleolar, a tooth-like structure. There is that is the head of malleus. Head of malleus. It is the handle of malleus. It is the handle of malleus. It is the incus. It is the incus. I am speaking about the inner surface. I am speaking about inner surface. Inner surface of tympanic membrane. Inner surface of tympanic membrane. I am speaking about inner surface of the tympanic membrane. It has got the two prominent ossicles. They are called ossicles, head of malleolus and incus. Here one thing we have to remember, very much important to the ophthalmic, ENT surgeon. It is crossed by the important nerve, that is the cauda tympani nerve. Cauda tympani nerve. Cauda tympani nerve is a branch of facial nerve, which is the post-traumatic. It is the post-traumatic. Pre-traumatic. I'm sorry. It is the pre-traumatic. Lingual is the post-traumatic. Sorry. It is the pre-traumatic. It is the pre-traumatic. Cauda tympani is the branch of facial nerve. Facial nerve is the nerve of the second arch. Cauda tympani is the branch of the facial nerve, which is the pre-traumatic. Here it crosses these two ossicles. Hence, the ENT surgeon must know this, because during the perisyntacsis, during the evacuation of the pathological fluid from the middle ear, He has to puncture the tympanic membrane. He has to puncture the tympanic membrane. During this, he should know. During this, he should know that there is a cauda tympani nerve is crossing this. Otherwise, he is going to injure the cauda tympanic nerve. He is injure the cauda tympanic nerve, which is the pre-traumatic nerve. This knowledge of anatomy must be known to the ENT surgeon. Well, inner surface. We have seen the outer surface. Outer surface, once again I tell you, it has got two parts, isn't it? That is the two parts. Outer part is called as pars flaccida, isn't it? Outer part has got outer part. Outer part of the tympanic membrane, pars flaccida. Pars flaccida. It is the pars tensa. Pars flaccida, pars tensa. The pars flaccida. Flaccida is the name. Flaccida. Pars flaccida is the loose. Flaccida means a loose, a smooth, a very delicate part. It is a smooth part, whereas pars tensa is the hard part. Though they are one entity, though they are one part, though they belong to one part, but pars flaccida is, because it is made up of the loose areolar tissue. Owing to the contents of the loose areolar tissue, pars flaccida is very much loose, very much smooth, and pars tensa is made up of the fibrous layer. It is made up of the fibrous layer. It is much hard. It is a rigid. Well, the pars flaccida is the small triangular space present upper side and pars tensa below the. Now we will see this pars tensa, how the name has been come. This pars tensa is kept by the tens. Pars tensa is kept by the tens. Pars kept by the tens is tensor tympani muscle. Tensor tympani muscle, which insert on the upper part of the handle of malleus. Handle of malleus, which keeps the muscle. I will tell you the later on the function. One more muscle comes there, the stapes. There is the stapes muscle. I will tell you the both muscles later on. Well, this tympanic membrane is in tension. It keeps tense. Why it is keep tense? Due to the obstruction. Due to the obstruction in the auditory tube. This keeps the tense. Pars tensa, isn't it? This tympanic membrane kept in tense due to the obstruction in the auditory tube. Due to the obstruction in the auditory tube which opens in the middle ear. You know, auditory tube which connects the pharynx to the middle ear cavity, which connects the nasopharynx to the middle ear cavity. Isn't it? Auditory tube, which is a partly cartilaginous, partly bony, which connects this nasal nasopharynx, that's the pharyngeal part, to the middle ear. It is the middle. Due to obstruction in the auditory tube, there is a variation in the tension. The tympanic membrane is affected. It is kept in tense. Well, now we'll see about the surface. Outer surfaces of the tympanic membrane. Surfaces of tympanic membrane.